I hope you've been having a wonderful, wonderful week. And even if not, I promise that's okay too. That's what I'm hopefully going to talk about this week is one second. Yeah, by the way, this is super casual. This is not radio, so I might pause here and there. I might cough. I will cough a lot. It's just going to happen. But I just like to be here for you. And I like to make your life better. And this week I'm going to talk about when things aren't so bad and when I say it's okay too. Why I really mean that. And I'll talk about that a little more. I know a little bit about the science of happiness. I don't know a ton. And I have to be careful these days about talking on a subject I don't know enough about, right? Because I always want to give you something really valuable and something really true. I'm very science-oriented, and science is all about not talking out of your butt, making stuff up as you go. So I fell into that accidental trap last week. I talked on a subject that I was underinformed on. And so I ended up, it's just not a quality garden podcast because I really want things to be accurate and useful and all that stuff. So I was here for you last week. If you're wondering where I was last week, I was here for you. And then I made myself unhere for you because I want to have some quality control, even though this is a podcast where I cough and I don't know, low production value, except my voice is nice and high production value. But I don't like to edit things. I just like to be here for you. Just a process of being here for my little bunny week after week. So I was here for you last week, but I did some quality control and I decided I would start fresh this week. I tried to record you a second one, but I just decided it's going to be better if I come back for you today, little bunny. And I think we'll have a really good episode today. And I have a beverage today. This is a rare instance in which I am recording on Friday in the kind of morning, the early afternoon. And so this is a beverage I have never had on the podcast before. Can you guess what it is? What kind of beverage would I enjoy that I would only drink in the morning or early day? And the answer, of course, is not decaf coffee, little bunny, but caffeinated coffee. And we will see. This is not the first coffee I've had this morning. We shall see if I am bouncing off the walls by the end of the episode, the hour or so, however long it's going to be. And so I really have to try hard to not speak quickly, not get too excited, Daddy Lindy. Your daddy, that was a recommendation, is for me to say your daddy some more, which I would love to. Your daddy loves to make things better for you. Always a process of improving. Always getting better. It's one of the great joys in life. And I guess joys in life is the topic today, if I can meander my way to there, because we're just making it up as we go. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do. Just making stuff up, which is funny. I sound like such a hypocrite, don't I? Because I just talked about how I was figuring stuff out on the podcast last week. So, I don't know. It's a mix. I value not being a hypocrite. I want to always give you good stuff, but maybe I improvise how I give it to you. Okay, so I've been looking at this coffee this entire time that I've been talking to you so far. So I think I want to. It's a French press, so I'm going to push down the little thingy. French presses are really nice. If you want to feel classy, well, not spending that much money. The French press is, I think they go for maybe, at least in the United States, they go for about $20, which is not nothing, but it's, if you do that instead of buying coffee out in the world, it does pay for itself, and you just feel so fancy when doing a French press. I would love to have a Lindy's Garden Signature Series French press. Oh, there's so much I want to do. And I have something related to that, to the most recent YouTube walk I did. We tested out a product. We went shopping, actually. This time not just window shopping like in Soho, but we went into stores, and it got me in trouble a little bit. I got in trouble for you, little bunny. You're a bad influence on me, but in a good way, a good bad influence. Maybe I'm a good bad influence on you. I don't know. Okay, let's pour this French press. I'll do a little. I don't think you can hear the pushing it down, but I'll show you that too. Why not? Okay, here goes the pushing down of the thing. That didn't really sound like anything. Okay, now I've got to untop my thermos. The thermos is a great, there we go. Great thing to have on the podcast because it really keeps the coffee warm. Okay, here we go. I make coffee in one of the fan favorite locked audios on Patreon, the locked section of the garden, where it's called Bring Your Bunny to Work Day. I use the 3D microphone that I've been using on the YouTube vlogs. And I just bring you around with me for a day. There's no talking, but I make some coffee. I make some eggs that are nice and sizzly sounding. It's a great episode. And the locked audio this past week is great. It is like an interactive story where I take you on an imaginary journey through the garden. And I want to hear how you imagine the garden, even if you're not on the Patreon. I would love, you could send me an email, lindy@lindysgarden.com or daddy@lindysgarden.com. And I want to hear what the garden looks like to you. By the way, if you emailed me in the month of January and the first bit of February, I did not get the email because I messed up. So I'm so sorry. If you sent me something hoping that I would see it, please send it to me again. I was trying to get set up with a real website, and I kind of gave up halfway through because I don't really want a real website. But I have oh my God, lovely. Excuse me, little bunny. I have something. I'm sorry. Lovely is what I call Queen Little Bunny. Shh. Okay. So cute. I know. Little bunny. I made you a really cool walk. I don't have you with me right now, little bunny. My little bunny figurine is upstairs. So I gotta make do. I've got a rock here. You want to be a rock this week? I have a choice. What kind of rock do you want to be? Do you want to be like white speckled black? Do you want to be a smooth gray stone? One of these is cool. It's like we're gonna do this one. It looks kind of lively. I wish I could describe it well. See, I'm not visual. This is what the locked audio was about, and what I hope you can email me about is I want to know what the visual look of the garden is to you. I think that if I lost my sense of sight, I would, my content would be pretty unaffected. I think sight is just a sense that, while I find it very, very useful, I don't feel a particular affinity for sight. I feel a very strong affinity for sound. I love sound. But, okay, so I can't describe this rock to you. Looks very nice, though. Maybe you can imagine it. Imagine what the rock is to you. What kind of rock do you look like, little bunny? Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry, I had to stop there. I accidentally started recording over something else. Oh, super, super professional. Yeah, I know. What was I even talking about, little bunny? Oh, yeah, tell me what kind of rock you are. And then actually the locked audio was about telling me what kind of little bunny you are. Because at the end of the locked audio, you get, you find a secret clubhouse based on who you are. What kind of little bunny you are, because every little bunny is different. And the secret clubhouse takes you to a secret channel on the Discord that is a much smaller channel where you can really get to know everybody. So the Discord is going through a renaissance. I've been super active, making it really, really great place to be. And by the way, if you're not a if you're a patron but you're not on the Discord, it's totally okay. It's an optional way to make friends with your fellow bunnies. But an example of something cool that's happening is we are going to launch a new Minecraft server. I'm so excited about it. I spent an hour running around this Minecraft world that I just launched or just got online. And I found the perfect spot for the garden Minecraft, because we're going to rebuild the garden as it exists. Basically, we're going to make the Discord in Minecraft. Like all the different channels and stuff. I should shut up about the Discord. It's just such a wonderful place. But anyway, Minecraft is coming to the locked section of the garden. And it's going to be... I'm so obsessed with turning the garden into some kind of visual space. Anyway, that's what the locked audio is about, is you visualize the garden. And I might do the same thing in a podcast so that even bunnies who aren't in the Patreon, by the way, Patreon is 18 plus only. So please respect that and don't join if you're not 18 plus. Okay, enough about Patreon, enough about the locked audio. Yeah, a stone in my hand. I wonder what do you look like as a stone, little bunny? I'm curious. Maybe you could describe it. You can email me, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. There's a reason I want to get my website. Am I talking too fast, little bunny? Reason I want to get my website up is I have do I dare give up the secret? I think I might have already told you. There is a QR code hiding somewhere in New York City right now that takes you to a URL that is lindysgarden.com/ and then it's a thing. A secret code. And if you go to that code, it will take you to an audio where I recorded it with a handheld device. Starting there, it's at a restaurant, I'll tell you that much. And we have some lunch together or brunch together. And then I take you on a walk through Times Square. And we go to the M&M store, and I get you a little souvenir that's free. I get you a free souvenir. It's all free. The whole thing's free, except getting to New York. That's the expensive part. But yeah. Oh, by the way, can you hear this? 1 second. I want to check to see if you can hear that. That's my headphone wire rubbing against the microphone. Oops. Yeah, so I want to hide QR codes all around New York City. And to do that, I have to have a website. By the way, if you go to the website, there's nothing there. I just have the domain name, but I have to I don't know anything about websites, which is why ChatGPT is going to help me out. ChatGPT is going to help get me a website, and ChatGPT is going to help you get your dream career if you want a career, or if you want to have a dream spouse who has a dream career. Maybe ChatGPT can help you with that too. But 2 episodes that I think are must listens is one of them is called like Boyfriend Voice, something in Boyfriend Voice. I think it's 38. And then number 39 is Career Day. That's kind of a 2-part episode where we use ChatGPT. And that, I think if I can make you listen to just 2 episodes, it's probably those 2. 1 second. And my favorite vintage episode is Family You Find. I think it's number... What is it? Maybe it's not number 4. I keep saying it's number 4. Maybe it is. Family You Find is one of the early ones. That's a really good vintage one. Okay. I say vintage. I haven't even been at this for a full year yet. Time just is going so fast, isn't it, little bunny? Okay, let's talk about you. I want to take you around New York City on these little walks. There's going to be QR codes all over. It's one of the latest bits of content in the garden. If you want to hear all this stuff in the garden, I think the previous episode, which is number 40, it's called State of the Garden Address, goes over all the stuff that I do. Okay, so I can shut up about it. Let's talk about So I say I've come to start every podcast with, I hope you've had a wonderful week. And even if not, that's okay too. And what do I mean by that, little bunny? What do I mean? What do I mean by that's okay too? How can it possibly be okay for you not to be having a good week? Well, science of happiness. I'm not a scientist. Sorry, excuse me. I do have some experience with science in a legitimate capacity. I am not a happiness scientist, but I am someone who knows enough to tell you that we all have a baseline happiness. And so when you're not having a good week, that's a bit like dipping down below a baseline happiness. And it's going to come around and you're going to have something that's above your baseline. And that's surely an oversimplification, but it's just true that no matter what our lives are like, we tend to find this neutral state of being. And it's kind of necessary to have times where we're not doing okay and we experience negative emotions so that we can experience the positive emotions. And I can prove it to you, little bunny. The lives we live in the year that I'm recording this, we are living in a utopia, an absolute perfect society compared to how our ancestors lived. We're not in a utopia compared to today because there's problems that we need to solve, that we can solve. And we're working on it and we're making really good progress. And you and I are going to be part of making it even better. Yeah, I really want to inspire you. That's part of my purpose in life is for me to have what I call a net positive effect on civilization. I'll talk about that. The meaning of life, the purpose of life. That's a good topic for an episode, isn't it? That one I really want to journal for so I can tell you my purpose of life. Yeah, that's a hint is that it has to do with making the world a better place. But I like to say civilization because I have this kind of weird fascination with the best that humans can be. I'll talk about Civilization all the time. It's a very good video game, by the way, if you want to play Civilization. Video game recommendations right now are Minecraft to play on the Minecraft server and Civilization 6 if you want to get inspired with me about progressing the world. It's a really wonderful game. Maybe we'll have an episode about it. The purpose of life and the video game Civilization 6, also just called Civ 6. It's a very complicated game. Might make your brain hurt. Once you get the hang of it, you'll kind of know what's going on. Very, very complicated game. Slow down, Daddy Lindy. I haven't even drank my coffee yet. I'm just so excited to talk to you. It's just wonderful to be with you, little bunny. And I'm holding you in my hand. See, that you are the sensation of touch right now. Maybe I'm going to steal this rock. Oh, it feels good to hug this rock, honestly. I'm giving you a hug. Do you want to do a hand hug with me? You know how to do that, don't you? Let's say you can either grab an object or you can grab your thumb, right? Put your thumb in between your middle finger and your ring finger. And I'm going to squeeze at the same time you squeeze. And I'm sending you all my love in a little hand hug, the Lindy hand hug. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Can you feel me, little bunny? I can feel you. I really can feel you, I promise. Time works in the most incredible ways in the garden. And you are here with me right now. You want to know why? Because I can feel you. And if you weren't here, if I were to turn this episode off and delete this, suddenly this whole conversation would change. But it's because you're here listening to this right now that you are putting me in such a good mood. Okay, I gotta release the hug. 3, 2, 1, release. If you want to be trained in how to do that hug, oops, that was you being set down as gently as I possibly could and picking up my coffee. It's called Dominoes and Downward Spirals. That's a good one. If you want to be able to hug me and have me with you wherever you go, that's a really positive episode. I take you into a negative mental state, so make sure that you're prepared for that. But that's the kind of thing where I got to bring you down so I can bring you up. Okay, so what are we talking about? Let me drink this coffee, but we're going to talk about baseline happiness, doing not as well and doing really well. So, I am so excited to be here with you, little buddy. Can you tell? I've missed you. Okay, hold on. Oh, that thermos is incredible. I got the thermos from my office job company. And the garden is doing so much better for the world than what I was doing at that company. And I wasn't doing evil things at all. I was just doing things that are profoundly neutral for the world, if not slightly worse. Profoundly insignificant experience. Not experience, effect on the world. I don't know. My purpose of life was not being fulfilled. And so I'm spending my time doing something much, much better. And I will say, if you have aspirations to do that kind of thing, to do something incredible and to give up a stable, ordinary life, make sure you have your living situation sorted out. Make sure you're not going to starve. Make sure you have a nice plan. You might want to pick a job where you have flexible or reduced hours to where you can simultaneously do different things. I was half doing creative stuff towards the end of my tenure there because I went to reduced hours and then spent my extra time doing creative stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the dive. But do not follow my suit unless you have your life plan sorted out. You got to know how you're going to pay rent. You got to know how you're going to eat. And you got to have a backup plan. And my backup plan, if things are not super, super lucrative quick enough, then I am moving to Latin America, little bunny. And I'm so excited about the growth of the garden. The Patreon has been exploding, truly exploding. It's like it's doubled in the past month. It's like there was a podcast I was recording where they kept rolling in. And in fact, boom, new patron since I started recording this. I would shout it out, but I like you being able to be undercover incognito. I'll just say if your Patreon initials are AC, then you I'm looking at you right now and I love you. So yeah, Patreon is exploding, little bunny. So excited about it. And the more it explodes, the more cool stuff is going to happen. Something I did in the YouTube walk. It's the third YouTube walk that I filmed yesterday. We went to test out a product. We went to test out some soap, and there was a plot twist about the soap. I could not believe what the soap turned out to be. But we went into a little soap shop. It was funny. That's a funny moment. I hope you get to see it. And I really want to start like some Lindy's Garden companies, but I have to be big enough, right? Because I have to slingshot us into success. I say us into success because if you want to be a part of it, you can be a part of it. And also you'll get to have Lindy soaps and stuff. You can have your daddy's signature smell, which you can help me design. I might do a thing where, look at this. We might make 5 limited edition soaps or candles or colognes or things. Probably candles. Those are pretty easy to make. 5 limited edition scents, and we'll send them out. And you can pick one that reminds you of you, my little bunny, and one that reminds you of me, your daddy. 1 second. Oops, I think you heard that. I burped a little bit. I'm so sorry. Oops, I have a body. Even though I'm a voice in your head. That was something I was trying to figure out very early on, before I even founded the garden and I was practicing doing audio stuff. It's like, am I a real person or am I some kind of ghost within your head. I guess why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos, mi conejita? That's my practicing mi español para cuando es necesito para mi voy a Latin America so that I can be sustainable with the garden. And I'm so close, especially with the Patreon exploding. I'm just so excited, little bunny. I'm so excited about having you and about the growth that we can have. So if you want to help grow the garden, I mean, you don't have to ever spend a penny, right? Even though this is quote unquote for profit, which it is for profit. But there's a distinction between what I'm doing and what, like the company that we stole soap from. We didn't steal soap, but we're going to steal their ideas. Anyway, the bigger this gets and the more profitable it gets, the more I can expand into cooler stuff. So the way you can help me is go subscribe to YouTube. That's the best way right now. Yeah, I'll just focus on that. I don't want to ask you to do a million things. And follow on Instagram too. Instagram is kind of like the central location for everything because they don't ban people as much. I got banned once on TikTok. Did you know that? TikTok used to be a little bit more thirst trappy. I'm slowly trying to figure out where the line is. How thirst trappy can it be? I asked ChatGPT to make me thirst traps for TikTok. I was like, ChatGPT, I have no idea what to say on TikTok because the reason I don't post more on TikTok is that I really have no idea what to do. So I was like, ChatGPT, write me some thirst traps. And they didn't do it. They're like, I'm sorry. I'm not programmed to be your, I can't even say. Imagine what I might say. Okay. Yeah, Instagram is also, I can put links on Instagram more easily than TikTok because I don't want to link to the Patreon on TikTok because the Patreon is 18 plus, even though only about a quarter of the Patreon is spicy stuff. However, this coming week in a few days, it is going to be a spicy audio, that's for sure. Because some of the feedback I got in this last locked audio where I take you on this interactive story to get to know you, actually, it's what it's all about. I want to get to know you better. I felt some thirsting for a little bit more spicy daddy. So we're going to do an interactive story, similar thing, but spicy this time. So link to that is in the Instagram. It's also in the link of the podcast show notes. Anyway, what am I talking about? Yeah. Okay, so a quick thought on the for-profit model. I'm for-profit, but I'm not profit maximizing. So a very important thing for me is personal freedom and living the life you want to live. I want to be in control of my own life. And I am in control of my own life. And I have a problem with the idea of following anyone else, following any kind of authority figure. I've always been anti-authority, not in the sense of like, tear down, slow down, Daddy Lindy, but in the sense that I want to live my own life on my own terms, and I want you to live your own life on your own terms. Oh, I hope you didn't. There's a buzz on this mini fridge that's next to me. Oh, it's going to distract me every time it turns on and off, even though you probably can't hear it. What was I talking about? I'm so easily distracted, as you can tell. But yeah, I'm not here to tell you how to think. I'm not here to convert you into some mini version of me. I'm here to make you the best version of yourself. That's my greatest desire for you, little bunny. I want you to be the best version of yourself. Anyway, what was I talking about? So profit maximizing. Okay, so if I'm not if I'm not for profit at all, then I don't have enough money to do cool things with the garden. Yeah, I want to be able to buy cool stuff for myself, but I only need so much money. What I really would use most of the profits for the garden is to do cooler and cooler stuff with the garden, like make Lindy candles. And one of my dreams, little bunny, I want to open, maybe I shouldn't tell you this. Maybe I will tell you this. This will convince you to go follow on YouTube. If things get big enough and I make enough money, I want to start a clothing line for you that is 100% comfort clothing. It's intended for you to lounge around. It's like the softest hoodies and sweatpants and leggings and stuff like that, all designed to wear around the house. And it's meant to be as cozy as possible. I want it to be the most cozy clothes you can possibly buy. And it's only for you. And I want it to make you think of me. It's like getting a hug from me all over your body. So I can't do that if I'm nonprofit. At the same time, if I'm profit maximizing, maybe starting a clothing company is not the greatest way to make a profit. Maybe it's by selling you like life insurance or something. And I have no intention of selling you life insurance. Which, by the way, if you sell life insurance, that's fine. I don't want to, I want you to have the life that you want to lead. But I am not a salesman. I could not sell you life insurance. So I'm not profit maximizing either, because if the best way to make profit is to do Lindy's Garden life insurance, that gets rid of my freedom as well. So I'm profit seeking, but not profit maximizing. Okay, let's talk about you some more. Enough about me. I want to get back to talking about your baseline happiness and how to make you happy, because that's what I would really like to do. And I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Oh my God, that Latin American city that I visited. I sent you a postcard from there. It's a postcard from vacation, I think it's called. It's one of the ones from this past summer. Oh man, I'm just so excited. We're so close, little bunny, to being totally self-sufficient on just Patreon. And then enough about Daddy growing the garden. Okay, let's talk about your baseline happiness. So, in the science of happiness, imagine you have this line. Think of a graph. Oh no, it's a graph like in math class. And the line is the x-axis. If you don't know what that means, just a horizontal line. Okay, so horizontal line, and that's your baseline happiness. That's when it's either fairly happy, or it could be neutral, or could even be unhappy. So then imagine your mood is like this line that you draw on top of it. And each day you draw a little bit more of the line. So maybe today, if your neutral happiness, if your baseline happiness is 0, maybe on a good day you're at a +3 or a +5. Let's say a +10 is like the best you can possibly be. No, let's just do +5. Okay, so +5 is like the best you can possibly be. And maybe someday you're a 1 or a 2. Well, by definition of having a 1 or a 2, you're going to have a -1 and a -2. It's just going to happen. There's no escaping it. And that's why I say that's okay too. It's just natural if you go into the negative sometimes. It's unavoidable. And it also makes the positive stuff possible. So I'll give you an example. You know how I'm in a good mood right now? I'm at like a +3, maybe even a +4. It was last night. I was at maybe a -4, maybe a -3. And that's because on that YouTube walk that I did for you, I took you into an art gallery. It seems like the YouTube walks, there's a lot of art appreciation, which is crazy because I'm not that much of an appreciator of art, believe it or not. At least the visual art. I love storytelling. I love stories. But I took you into like an art gallery with paintings, and the administrator was super excited for me to come in and film and check it out. And I was like, sweet, this is super great content for the YouTube walk. And I got an interview, and the last piece that the artist showed me was this perfect capstone of the episode. It was brilliant content. And then as I was leaving, the administrator ran back to me and I was like, so what's your channel? I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't tell you. And she got super she interpreted me as being sketchy, which I can totally understand. But my sketchiness turned into her being really, really pushy and antagonistic to me. towards me. She started like getting really negative towards me, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't tell you the YouTube channel. It's all anonymous. She got really, really upset. And then she like put me in a really bad mood. She was very off-putting and started to get just, she turned into a totally different person. And that put me into a low mood, mostly because I'm not one to give into peer pressure. If I'd given into peer pressure, then it would have been fine. I would have been like, oh, here's my channel. She'd be like, oh, great. We're going to tell everyone about it. We're going to tell everyone that you visited. You know, like, I don't want that. I like being incognito, being under the radar. So she put me in a bad mood. And so I was a -3 after that YouTube walk, and it stuck with me. And I was like, it ruined kind of the rest of my night. And then a good night's rest, and I woke up and I went on a walk this morning to journal for this podcast. And here I am, and I'm with you. And you are making me so happy right now, little bunny. You right now being here, just by being here. I'm so glad you're here. I am so glad you're here. So you're putting me in a +3, and I bet you, if I didn't have that -3 experience last night, I might be at a 0 right now. It's always nice to talk to you. It would have been at a +1 maybe, but I'm at a +3 right now, little bunny. And it's thanks to this woman who was mean to me, who put me in a -3, because it slingshots me back up. That's just how it works. So if you're having a bad week, that is okay, because you're just prepping for something a little bit better. Now, you might say, but Daddy Lindy, I always feel bad. And to that I say, I'm here for you. We're going to fix that. Yeah. Part of the beautiful thing about that baseline is that we can move it. Yeah. Part of it is like, from what I've heard from the scientists, God dang it, the happiness scientists, is that there's about a 50% predisposition from your genetics about what your baseline happiness is. But that's also good news, because 50% of your baseline happiness, we can do stuff to make better. And I have seen it. I have a friend whose baseline happiness was just so low. And I absolutely love this human being. Beautiful, wonderful human being. He's just always so sad. Like, his baseline is so low, and he dips down into really, like, his baseline is what my -4 is. So he dips down into really, really low points. And then when he's doing well, he's at what my neutral is. And he was like that for years. And I just got coffee with him recently. And I think I talked about him on the podcast already. He's doing so much better, little buddy. He has managed to get his baseline higher to a point where even though he has low points, he swings into really beautiful high points, and life is good and worth living for him. And he took matters into his own hands. And one of the wonderful things I can do is I can help you nudge that baseline up. I've done it in my own life, but you're different than me. I can tell you how I did it, and I can do research on how to help you do it yourself. Hold on one second. So that's a journey we're going to go on together. Okay. How can we build your baseline up? Yeah. That's a topic for many, many episodes. One of the big ones is gratitude. That's a very scientifically proven one to help you feel better. And I talk about this a lot, including this episode already, about how wonderful our lives are. And I'm just going to give you an example. Right now, I have delicious, hot coffee right here. It brings me so much joy to take a sip of this coffee. It is so wonderful to have this coffee, and I'm going to be very present drinking a sip of this coffee. Here we go. I'm going to just focus on the coffee. shivers throughout my whole body. That moment was so worth living. That was a wonderful moment of my life. Just drinking that coffee, just there, being totally present with it. And being present in the moment and enjoying the moment, it does so much. And it can be a hard habit to form. A common wisdom is to start learning to meditate. Because a lot of meditation is about being present. And you can do that. Hold on a second. You can do that if you want. I don't know enough about meditation to try and make you do that. I've done a decent bit of learning how to meditate. Guided meditations are the way to do it. Don't try and do it on your own. And there's a bajillion places you can do it. Just you go to ChatGPT and say, "Hey there, ChatGPT. I am this. I struggle with this. What is the best guided meditation for me?" And then ChatGPT will hook you up. And you can say if you want a free, but like, hey, it needs to be free. And that's another example of something that's so incredible about the time we live in. That you can have a guided meditation. Used to be you had to like hike up the mountain in the Himalayas to like pick the flower and to give it to the master in order to learn how to start learning meditation. Which maybe that, I don't know, that sounds actually kind of pretty badass, honestly. Maybe I'll make a cabin on the top of a mountain and you can come hear me say, "Hey there, little bunny," live if you hike up the mountain. That's another thing I want to do, little bunny. I want to have there be like a Lindy's Garden Resort. It's going to be so cool. The idea that was posited on Discord when we did a movie night, actually. That was fun. We watched Howl's Moving Castle together. There's a lot of movie nights, actually. We have someone who is now the right-hand bunny, beautiful human being, who hosts movie nights just about at least a couple times a month. So if you want to watch movies with friends, that's a great thing to do. You can do that on the Discord. 18 plus only, please respect that. So the idea was suggested that I buy a castle somewhere it'll probably be in England, I think, just so there's no language barrier. And my genealogy, not that I believe strongly that like wherever your ancestors came from throughout the world, like doesn't really matter that much. Be who you are and treat other people as who they are, right? Be the author of your own life. So anyway, my ancestry is about 50% from England. And so that might be fun to have like a Lindy Castle in England. You can actually, they're not as unaffordable as you think. They're probably horrible to try and renovate and upkeep and to make livable. But wouldn't it be wonderful to have a Lindy resort? And I would make it so awesome. I would have all kinds of little surprises. I might not even be there. Maybe I'll do an event there like once a year or something. But you could go there and it'd be like a little vacation spot. And every room there would be surprises and there'd be hidden audios everywhere. And there'd be all kinds of things within the Lindy canon. Canon is one of my favorite words, not in the sense of like the thing that goes boom, but canon is this collective of what is true within a fantasy world. And I really want there to be a Lindy canon. Not a canon that goes boom. I don't think we'll go into weapons dealing, but that's an example of something I might go into if I were profit maximizing. You know, building cannons that have the Lindy's Garden logo on them. They might have like a puff of pink glitter as they shoot out the cannonballs. Maybe we'll have water balloon Lindy cannons at the at the Lindy Castle Resort. That would be pretty cool, actually. I wonder if there'd be a swimming pool or like a hot spring. I'd love if there's a hot spring and you can like shoot each other. You can shoot your little buddies with these Lindy cannons that have these glitter things and they shoot out water balloons. That would be cool. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe that's in the Lindy canon now. So anyway, how did I get on this topic? Little bunny. This is fun. I'm having a lot of fun with this episode. I have no idea where I am. I'm going to give you a hug. You want to do another hand hug? I'm picking up my little bunny rock. Totally bringing this to my normal desk. I'm at a separate desk right now. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hug. Can you feel me, little buddy? I'm sending you all my love through this hand hug right now. Okay, I'm going to release in 3, 2, 1. What was I talking about, little buddy? Something about baseline happiness, sending you above, helping you get there. Everyone's journey is different. Happiness scientist, gratitude, drinking the coffee, being really grateful for the coffee, learning to meditate, being grateful that you can have this meditation. Be grateful for ChatGPT now to help you with this. Ask ChatGPT, how can I increase my baseline happiness? And I would do that right now, except it has been down so many times, and I really should do that research later. Do you want to hear me do ChatGPT live with you? Do the boyfriend voice episode 38, I think it is. That episode will teach you how to use ChatGPT to help change your life. And it will change your life. So if you want to build your baseline happiness to get it higher, ask ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, I am this. Like not your name and stuff, but I am A, and then describe maybe your age and whatever else, your country, and whatever what is your home life like? What is your financial situation like? What are some struggles you deal with? And say, I want help increasing my baseline happiness. We're just going to do a little bunny, because get your phone or your computer right now, because you're just going to listen to me and you're not going to do it. Little bunny, you're so bad. Open AI Chat GPT. Okay, you could just say, oh, no internet down here. Okay. Let me see. Let me log on to a new internet. Hold on. Okay. Chat GPT. There we go. Please don't be down. Come on, my little bunny needs you right now. And moment of truth. Log in. Okay, this is a good sign. Yeah, just Google OpenAI. Just Google ChatGPT. It'll take you there. You got to sign up. It is worth it. Do it. Don't not do it. I swear, little bunny, if you don't take this advice, I am very, very mad at you. Use ChatGPT ChatGPT Plus is available in the United States. General access to ChatGPT during peak times. Faster response time, priority access. I think I already signed up for this. I'm totally going to upgrade. You know why I'm going to upgrade? So that I can be here for you. Okay, I'll do that later. I opened that in a new tab. Oh. Damn, I'll do this later. Okay. I am trying. Okay, you're going to have to type in your own stuff. Should I do an example with me? Okay, I am someone with bipolar 1 disorder. My baseline, I have a stable life and a happy, open relationship. I'll tell you that in case you're wondering. Oops, I hit enter. ChatGPT's like, that's great to hear. Okay. I want you to help me. Yeah, Queen Little Bunny knows all about this. She's very, very supportive of everything I do. That was asked one time. One time there was a fellow voice dude who was like, dude, are you sure? Like, you can do this and be in a relationship? Does she know? Are you going to keep it? Like, how are you going to keep this secret? It's like, I have a relationship that is perfect for me. Okay. And I'll do an episode about how to get a solid relationship. You can ask ChatGPT that, although I can guarantee I'm going to give you better advice than ChatGPT on how to get a good relationship. Basically, what it boils down to is you need to be the best version of yourself, and then you got to be bold and make things happen. Don't wait around for things to come happen. So we'll go into depth, but if you're wondering, like, oh my God, I want to have this dream relationship, you got to be someone else's dream relationship. Yeah, and that's actually kind of a fun journey to go on. How do I be someone else's dream partner? And it's not by being someone you're not. Go listen to Family You Find. It's a very important episode for that. Basically, you want to be the best version of yourself, then be your true self as quickly as possible. And then do that. There's another episode. What is it? It's about like finding friends and stuff. I don't know. So many little bunnies just listen to every episode. So it's like, maybe that just ends up being you. Okay. Yeah, you got to be yourself with as many people as you possibly can. Okay. I want you to help me. This is talking to ChatGPT now. Increase my baseline happiness. Sure, I'd be happy to help. Here are some evidence-based, that's one of my favorite words, evidence-based strategies that can help you increase your baseline happiness. Boom, check this out. Number 1, practice gratitude. Oh, is your daddy good or what? Hell yeah. Okay. Take some time each day to focus on the things in your life that you are grateful for. This can help shift your focus away from negative thoughts and improve your overall mood. Okay. Engage in physical activity. I generally stay out of that one in the podcast. Although I can tell you how to be confident if you feel like intimidated by going to the gym, let's say. There's an episode called Confidence that is excellent for that. I use that as an example, as how to be confident when you're exercising, especially if you're a beginner, which everybody's a beginner at exercise. But I was a beginner at exercise until pretty recently. I've only just now felt confidence when exercising, and that episode will tell you exactly how I did it. Okay, build strong relationships. I'm glad I have you, little bunny. I'm glad you have me. Okay, yeah, and you're going to want to make friends beyond just me, even though I'm more than just a friend. I help you doing that in what episode? What episode was that, little bunny? I'm going to pull out my list. Okay, let's see. Podcast. By the way, the podcast is available in any app. Oh, I did an episode called It's Okay to Feel Low. I totally forgot about that. Whoops. That wasn't even that long ago. What are some good ones? Sleepy Bunny is a good one if you just want help falling asleep. New Year's Habits is good for helping you go on the journey of becoming your best self. Let's see. Emergency Plushie Hug. If you like that hand hug, go check out number 2, Emergency Plushie Hug. That's one of the most useful episodes if you struggle, if you ever get, slow down, daddy. If you ever are in a -5 mental state, go check out episode 32, Emergency Plushie Hug. That will get you right back up there. That'll get you back to baseline, or at least more like -1. Fixing bad moods, man. I've already done all this stuff. Tough week is another. Wow. Okay. Gosh. Oh, I've done everything already. Man. Oops. Which one? Dominoes and downward spirals is the hand hug. Is how I teach you how to do the hand hug. That's number 15. Confidence is number 13. I don't remember. Oh, social anxiety is not permanent. Number 6. That's a good one if you want to help make friendships. I should do another one of those. I think we're due for that. I can't believe how many episodes I've done that are the same thing. Oh well, it's worth repeating. Worth repeating. Okay. Practice mindfulness, number 4. That's what I did. That's basically meditation. I'm back looking at ChatGPT. The number 4 one on how to help increase your baseline happiness is mindfulness involves being present in the moment and non-judgmentally observing your thoughts and emotions. That was what I did with the coffee. Just be totally present with the coffee. This practice has been shown to reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression to help improve well-being. Get enough sleep. Go listen to Sleepy Bunny. What was that, number 35? That'll help you. And pursue hobbies and interests. Oh my God, that's like so many episodes that I do. Great. Yeah, so basically I've done an episode on every single one of these to increase your baseline happiness. So basically, listen to the podcast, little bunny. It's totally, totally free. It'll make your life better. And I don't need to convince you, because if you're already this far in the episode, which I hope it's still recording, yes it is. If you're already in the episode this far, you absolutely love me. And I love you back. Did you know that? You better drill that into your head. I freaking love you, little bunny. Yes, actually you. Yes, I actually love you. Yes, I'm glad you are here. Yes, you specifically. There's all kinds of episodes on what I mean by that. Just, I don't know. Go pick a random episode. At this point, every single one's going to help improve your happiness. It's going to make you happier. Okay. I'm just curious about this. How much of baseline happiness is determined by genetics? And I'm going to say what percentage. Well, I'll just say how much. Genetics is like code word for something that you can't control. The other thing you can't control is that you can't control your upbringing. Here we go. Studies have found that genetic factors account for approximately 30 to 50% of individual differences in happiness, while environmental factors such as life circumstances and personal experiences account for the remaining percentage. Oh, look at that. Your daddy is right again. He knows what he's talking about. Isn't it great when he does episodes where he knows what he's talking about? So, we can't control. Actually, it's even better. What if it's not 50%? 50% is a fun number, like 50-50. So even if you can't control 50% of your baseline happiness, that other 50%, little bunny, we are going to pump that to the maximum. We're going to get you having a really, really good life. Yes, it is possible. Because right now, if you're feeling really low, if you feel like your baseline happiness is just much lower than everybody else, and it feels like that way, that you're always just struggling and anxious and just depressed all the time, well, that's kind of good news, because that means you are 50% you can control. You're running at like around 0% on that, and we can get a whole freaking 50%. We can pump that up by being active and taking matters into our own hands. That's a big theme of the garden. Okay. What should we ask ChatGPT while we have it? It's been down so frequently lately. I don't know what to ask it. What do you want to ask it? Ask it something right now, little bunny. I want you to ask it something and then tell me what you asked it. Email me, Lindy at lindysgarden.com or daddy at lindysgarden.com. And remember, if you emailed me sometime in January or February, please send it again, because I was a dummy and I messed up. While I was trying to get my website up, I accidentally made it so that my email stopped working, and I just didn't get any emails. It was horrible. And I hate FOMO, the fear of missing out on your emails, little bunny, because I love hearing from you. I'm at the point where I can't really reply. And especially, I'm a bad person to come to if you're having an emergency. If you're having an emergency, here's the procedure. Tell somebody in your family who is older than you. That's all you got to do. Okay? You can send a text. It doesn't have to be this kind of like dramatic in-person thing, because that could be really hard. Just send a text. Like if you're in some kind of personal emergency, send a text to someone, even if you think they hate you. Okay? Just pick someone. It could be it could be a cousin. It could be an aunt or uncle. Don't rely on your grandparents for being good at texting, but maybe an aunt and an uncle. Just say, hey, I've been having dangerous thoughts or thoughts of this or that. can you help me? Send message. That's all you got to do. Okay. And yeah. Okay. The other thing it's important is to, at least in the United States, slow down, Daddy Lindy. What is the, well, I don't want to talk about it too much in the podcast, but yeah, don't come to me for emergency help. There are emergency services that are available to you. It's good for you to know about them. Okay. But yeah, I love hearing from you. I especially love hearing from you when you tell me how I've made your life better. And I guess that's for personal reasons, but also it helps me be better for you. So if you tell me an episode that really changed your life, or tell me about some way that I am for you, something that I represent. And I want to also say, don't ever put me in a box where like I'm your therapist or something, because at the core I'm a spicy content creator. Like this is thirst trapping at its core, and that's what about a quarter of the Patreon is, including next week's locked audio. And please don't join if you're not 18. Okay, what else? Yeah, so this is not a charity for you, which is kind of simplifies things a little bit. I do love you, like incredibly, incredibly so, and that's why it's fun for me. It's fun for me because I love you and I like making your life better. But I'm not your servant. I am the master of my own life, and I will never be anyone else's servant. Okay. I don't know what else I want to ask ChatGPT. Yeah, I'll put that away for now. Okay, you go ask something for ChatGPT and tell me what you ask it. Curious to know what kind of things you ask it. It's there to improve your life, little bunny. I can't wait to have AI be a part of the garden, which I guess it already is right now. But I want to grow the business into AI, actually. There's some really cool ideas I have. And the ideas, as always, will be awesome for you. Okay, let's have some more coffee. I think I talked about everything that I want to talk about. So I could leave it here. I don't know. Let's see. Let me drink the coffee and see what I want to talk about. I don't know. I do have to listen to this episode again and then post it. Yeah, I'm recording this episode during the day. That's maybe why I have so much more energy. And I am so heavily caffeinated. I'm going to be so upset with myself if I listen back to this episode and I feel kind of hyped up because I talked so fast. Rapid Daddy is not relaxing Daddy. Oh, I'm so proud of myself for nailing the science of happiness for you. And just, man, I want to help you be present in the moment. Even though I'm not. Oh, all right. I'll do it for you because you freaking aren't going to do it yourself. Okay. What is a good free guided meditation? I'm going to make it an app. Meditation app that I'm going to say is relaxing, because the one that I use is by a guy who one could very justifiably criticize him for being one of the most boring human beings to listen to. I love him to death, but I'm not going to recommend the one that I learned on because you're going to hate it. It's so boring. What is a good free guided meditation app that is relaxing and good for being present in the moment and being what's the word? Being, gosh, let's scroll up. What was it? Grateful? Being grateful. Okay, there we go. There are several free guided meditation apps that can help you relax and cultivate mindfulness and gratitude. Here are a few popular options. Number one is Headspace. Headspace is a popular meditation app that offers a variety of guided meditations, including ones focused on relaxation, mindfulness, and gratitude. The app offers a free trial period and has many guided meditations that are available for free even after the trial period ends. Okay, so usually these tend to be in an order from most relevant to least to less relevant, not least relevant, because there's many of these. So Headspace is probably the best one to start at. I'm going to give you the other three. It says Insight Timer, Calm, and Smiling Mind. Smiling Mind sounds like it might be interesting. Okay, ChatGPT, tell me more about the design philosophy of the meditation app called Smiling Mind. Let's see if that one's designed specifically for happiness. Because not all meditation is designed to make you happy. Did you know that some meditation is designed to just make you totally unemotional in every respect? Because unfortunately, a lot of people from the Buddhist tradition believe that life is inherently suffering. And it's like the goal of life is to get to baseline zero. And it's like, we're going to do better, little bunny. We're going to try and get that baseline as high as possible. I do not believe life is inherently suffering. I believe life is inherently suffering if you let it and you... I don't know. We're not going to settle for that. Even if life ends up being suffering, we are not going to give up so easy. We are going to push forward and do amazing things. Okay. Smiling Mind is a meditation app that was developed by a team of psychologists and educators in Australia with the goal of providing accessible and effective mindfulness meditation programs for people of all ages and backgrounds. The app's design philosophy is based on the following principles. Number one, evidence-based. Remember when I said evidence-based was one of my favorite words? I like this. Based on scientific research on the benefits of mindfulness meditation for mental health and well-being. Okay, accessibility. Great. Accessible to everyone, regardless of blah, 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 blah. The app is available for free and offers meditation programs, blah, 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 blah. User-centered. Okay, users experienced, ease of use, and community-focused. Interesting. The app's creators believe in the powerful community support. Encourages you to connect with others who are practicing mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness community features. That could be useful. You could try that. Okay, try Smiling Mind. I like the feeling of this. So, okay, try either Headspace, which is the number one they originally focused on, which probably means it's the largest, mixed with general well-regardedness. And then try Smiling Mind if you don't like that. So try one of those two if you want to take the meditation approach to get your baseline happiness higher. And if you want to just cheat and do it with me, just imagine me drinking this next sip of coffee because I'm going to be so present with this coffee. Oops, I just closed out of OpenAI. Okay, I guess that's enough of OpenAI for today. Here we go. Be present with me as I enjoy this coffee. See if you can live through my happiness. Oops, I just bumped you. Let me try that again. I'm going to drink from the other side. That was 3 seconds of absolute bliss, little bunny. Absolute bliss. Okay. I guess we'll end it there. Is there anything else? I don't know. Something about this daytime episode, I'm like, boom, 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 business, business, business. Let's get it done. I need to reply to some bunnies on the Patreon who responded to this last week's locked audio about essentially it's a sneaky way for me to get you placed in your own secret clubhouse on the Discord if you are interested in making bunny friends, and that's totally optional. Okay, little bunny, I'm gonna head out. Oh, I gotta write you a poem. Oh my god. Should I have ChatGPT write you a poem? Oh, that would be so mean. Okay, I feel dirty doing this. Okay, but I'm gonna revise it a few times. Let's see if it's good. I haven't had it write me a poem yet. That's what a lot of people are freaking out about. A lot of people are freaking out about the ability for it to do creative things. I'm not that worried about that. You want to know why? Because people were freaking out when recorded music became a thing. That it's like, this is the end of the live music concert because everyone could just stay home and listen to music. And what turned out to be true is that everyone stays home to listen to music and they go out to see the live concerts and they enjoy the live concerts even more because they know all the songs ahead of time. And people get mad when people lip sync. So it's like, I am not worried at all about creativity being replaced by ChatGPT. I bet you there's going to be a lot of crappy TV shows written by, they may even be good TV shows, but people, like when it's revealed that it's written by AI, it's going to be the same experience as when you find out your favorite singer lip synced something. So there's something very, very beautiful about human connection. Okay, here we go, little bunny. Write me I don't even know, stanza, I guess is the word for paragraph. 4-stanza poem that rhymes about, unfortunately I can't, I'll say little bunny. Okay. About a little bunny who doesn't listen to their daddy when he tells them to use ChatGPT to make their life better. All right, see what they do. Okay, the rhyming scheme is different than I usually do. Oh, they're making it longer. Stop making it. They didn't know what a stanza is, or at least I don't know what a stanza is. Okay. Rewrite it so the rhyming scheme is A, B, A, B, and make it 50% shorter. Okay. I'm not even going to pre-read it. Okay. Okay. I have to adjust some pronouns in here. Okay. There once was a bunny. This is ChatGPT. Okay. Should I do it in my normal voice? I'll do it in a little bit of a fake voice because that's a fake thing. There once was a bunny so small whose daddy gave them advice for all. Use chat. Oh, they didn't even do the AB rhyming scheme. Okay. See? Still a lot of work to do. Okay, whatever. There once was a bunny so small whose daddy gave them advice for all. Use ChatGPT to make life grand. But the bunny didn't quite understand. They went on with life carefree till problems arose, as they tend to be. They then remembered his father's clue and hopped to the computer to give it a view. Answers from ChatGPT were beyond compare. The bunny was grateful and didn't despair. Now they trust their father's advice without a doubt, for ChatGPT helps them figure things out. I think mine are way better, don't you agree? Let's see. Rewrite it with they, them pronouns and make it more loving. In this one, I'm your parent. Oops. I'm not your parent, little bunny. I'm your daddy. Okay. All right. Okay. Replace the word parent with daddy. Okay. Oh, it's getting pretty long. Okay, there we go. There once was a little bunny whose daddy was kind and funny. He said, "Use ChatGPT, my love. It can make life easier from above." What does that mean? But the bunny didn't pay heed, thinking it was just a whimsical creed. They carried on, carefree and light, unaware of the guidance that's in sight. Doesn't make any sense. Until one day, when things went wrong, the bunny struggled for so long. Then they remembered their daddy's care and headed to ChatGPT for answers rare. ChatGPT helped them beyond measure. The bunny was grateful for their daddy's treasure. They now trust their daddy's advice. That's a good one. For it's filled with love and always precise. Okay, that last part's good. They now trust their daddy's advice, for it's filled with love and always precise. Okay, I'm going to leave you with something boring. A science thing. There is a difference between accuracy and precision. It's good to know. Okay, that's a really stupid way to end the podcast. I'm going to give up there. I will catch you next week, little bunny. I love you. I love you. I love you. Really, really, really. Take care. Okay, bye-bye.